I want to film a reading vlog. So this is me filming a reading vlog for you. They're trying to kill Paul. It's all going on. 1,540 pages. I've decided I want to tackle some of the big books that I want to read. So there's 2 I have in mind at the moment, and so we're definitely going to read at least one in this video. The first book I'm going to be reading in this reading vlog is Dune. Yep, you heard me right, the big fat one that's being made into like a 3-part film series. We're reading that one. I'm trying to get it on my Kindle. It's being a pain in the ass, but I have it on every other device, so we're gonna start that tonight. Don't know why I'm still filming, but I'm currently purchasing the book. She's purchased 99p just came out my account. I'm so excited. In this trilogy there's 1,540 pages. Now I officially have the book. I'm gonna start reading it. I'll probably put something on the background to kind of half watch, but I want to get at least like 3 chapters in today. So okay, quick update on how Dune is going. I have read 2 chapters. It's been maybe 2 hours since I filmed the last clip. It's so confusing. The first chapter, I got it, understood it all, made sense. Chapter 2, we had complete character shift. We had new people. So confused. So we've made notes, and this is, I fear, going to be my Dune notebook. I basically just summarised chapter 1 and 2 because I needed to understand what was going on. Because I fear if you don't understand the first part of the book, are you going to understand any of the book? I am enjoying it. I really liked the first chapter. The second one just confused me. There were so many big words, new words, didn't really understand what they were saying, new people. So that's how we're going. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try and read 3 today, so I'm gonna try and read the 3rd chapter before at least the 3rd chapter before I fall asleep. And I might have to summarise that one as well, but we will see when we get there. Just wanted to give you a quick little update before I go to bed. Please excuse me. Today is day 2 of reading Dune. I spent about 45 minutes on a bus today, like there and back, so I did a bit of reading on the bus. Please do not ask me what chapter I'm on because I do not know. This whole no chapter numbers is becoming quite confusing, but I did look, so I went into a couple of bookshops. I did look for the book Dune, and as you saw, I took a clip of it. I did find it. I'm convinced I have it at home, so I'm actually going to call my sister later and see if she can find it for me so that I can, because I'm seeing them this weekend, so they can bring it to me because I'm not be done by Sunday. So that's that plan. Hi, hello. I thought I'd give you a little reading update on how it's going with Dune. As I put a clip in just before this, I got my sister to find the physical copy for me at home, so she's bringing that on Sunday when I see her, so I will have the physical copy in 2 days time, which is very exciting. I'm currently on chapter 16, so just under halfway through what I need to watch for the first film, what I need to read for the first film. If like in an ideal life I'd read all of it, then watch the film, but I don't know, we'll see. I'm kind of surprising myself how much I enjoy this, how much I want to keep reading, because at first I was so confused. Like, we know I had to make a whole notebook trying to figure out what's going on, but I've kind of got the main gist of it now. I feel like everything started happening. It's all getting crazy. That someone suspects Lady Jessica. I don't really understand that bit. They suspect Lady Jessica of being a traitor, and I'm not quite sure where that's come from. They're trying to kill Paul. It's all going on, but I am genuinely loving it. So I'm also confused who is going to betray them, because I thought it was Dr. Yu, right? Because it said that because the Harkonnens have got his wife Wanna, or there's something to do with his wife Wanna. But then, again, I don't know how you say it, Hawat said, this is the man of Wanna who deserves every bit of my loyalty and service. Why must I hurt him? So is he going to betray him as well? Like I said, really enjoying it, gonna keep reading. I just wanted to give you an update on how it's going. Okay, hi, hello. This is a very random place to be filming part of a reading book. and bring it back from home. It was raining, I had another bike shelter. Anyway, on my way here, I spent like an hour and a half in like coaches and buses. So I got to do a bit of reading, which love. So I'm going to quickly recap on what's going on in the past chapter and a half episode. Obviously they suspect me Jessica being like traitor, which I never really got. I don't know where that came from. I feel like I missed a bit of that. But she kind of pulled some racism power decided and like basically confronted him, and they had this whole like moment. Duncan Idaho got like super drunk and then came back, hence spilling my thought it was supposed to traitor to her. And now we're in chapter, I think it's 18, and Duke later is I think he's at night, and I was like, and he's just found notes like chilling around. I was like, I just like black down her side, and she's just like, someone's dead. It's going on. And it's kind of crazy, but just thought I'd give you a little update. Still loving it, still. Look what I've got. This is my physical copy of Dune from home. In a bit I'm gonna figure out where I am and like mark it. But my sister bought it for me today. So I can officially start reading the physical copy as well as my Kindle copy. So very happy about that. What the actual hell? Jessica is a Harkonnen. What the heck is going on? Okay. Doing some reading while I wait for my dinner to cook. What the fuck? Also, the Duke's dead. The doctor's dead. Oh, and Paul is the long-worded thing. The Kwisatz Haderach. That thing. And he can, like, know everything. I'm not really sure, but it seems like crazy power. Right, I'm just gonna keep reading, because everything seems to be happening. He's the mod dip. Whatever that means. But I believe it is the name of book 2. Or like part 2 of the book. We're one part in. Hi, please excuse the rain marks on my jumper. I've just walked back from book club. Anyway, I thought I'd give you another Dune update. I feel like all I do is talk at you, so apologies for that, but that's kind of what this is. I'm currently on chapter, sorry I wrote it down earlier. I'm currently on chapter 30, which is 4 chapters away from where film 1 ends. So I think I'm gonna get to like 36, and then I'm gonna watch the first film, which is crazy. I'm hoping to get that done today. So much has happened, so much is going on. I don't really remember what I've told you, so we're just gonna do a big recap of it now. What's happened? The Duke's died. Crazy. By Dr. Yu, which we all knew was gonna happen, but still when it happened I was like, oh, what the hell? And then Dr. Yu's plan failed to kill the Baron Harkonnen at the same time. Who else is dead? Mapes is dead, which, oh, I low-key liked her. I didn't want her to die. Anyway, she's dead. Dr. Yu's dead. The Harkonnens killed him, or Baron Harkonnen killed him. And at least, I guess the upside of that is that he's with his wife now. I guess it's kind of like the good thing. But what else has happened? Paul and Jessica escaped, which is, again, like you expect it to happen, but it's such a thrill. So yeah, Paul and Jessica have escaped. They're currently in the desert. They've just been found by some, is it Fremen people. We found out that Jessica is actually Lady Jessica is actually the Baron Harkonnen's daughter, which was not expecting, like when that came up. I think I filmed it just after I read that bit, and that was crazy. Paul became more deep, again, don't know how you say it, but again, was expecting it, but still. I'm just loving this book so much, and I really recommend you go and read it if you've not already read it. So my plan for today is to keep reading, get to like chapter 36, like I said, so that I can watch the first film tonight, which I'm so excited about. It's one of those films that I feel like has been bigged up so much that I'm really hoping it lives up to its expectations. So yeah, that's my plan for the rest of the day. I'm not really doing anything, So I'm just gonna sit down with my book, put on some background music and just get through the next few chapters. Also, the audiobook for this is incredible. I'll put like the screenshot of what it's like up there, but so good. That's my update, I guess. Otherwise they weren't gonna like accept him. They then named him, called him that name that I can never say. What on earth has just happened? What a good chapter. And I think that was chapter 34. I'm gonna have to check on my Audible because the chapters on my Kindle are like out. But what on earth? What the hell? I'm gonna keep reading, but I'm gonna stop filming because I've been filming for 25 minutes. But just know I'm having the time of my life. The time is now about 10 o'clock and I'm gonna watch the first Dune film. I'm so excited. I've like triple checked it. Everywhere says read up to chapter 34. So I've read up to chapter 35. Give myself a little bit of leeway, but I was like, why not? So yeah, we're gonna watch that now. I've got my laptop here ready to go. So the next little bit will be a few clips of that, and then afterwards I would tell you my thoughts either tonight or tomorrow morning. But yeah, just thought I'd let you know. We're gonna talk about it. I just finished the first Dune film. Start off 5 stars easily. Maybe it's because I'm currently reading the book, but like easy 5 stars for me. Anyway, I made a list of my thoughts, so I'm gonna share that list with you. Once again, this has spoilers for the film, for the book. I feel like you should know that by now if you got this far, but this is very much spoiler central. Okay, we're gonna start with things that weren't in the film that were in the book. These obviously aren't like every little detail, because I'm not that observant, but these are like the slightly bigger things that I noticed were missing. Obviously, you cannot fit 33 chapters of a book into a 2.5 hour film. In saying that, very long film, but you just can't do that. The first is the dinner that they have with the Fremen and I cannot remember his name. I'll put the name there, but the guy who Duncan met with and eventually helps them. I just watched the film and I really can't remember the names. That's great. When they have dinner with him and they have the alcohol and then Duncan comes back drunk. That bit doesn't happen in the film. The next bit kind of links with that is that the suspect of Jessica does not exist, which for me is kind of a good thing because I still don't really understand where that came from in the book. But yeah, no one suspects Jessica of being a traitor. Thing number 3, there's no like greenhouse is the wrong word, but there's no greenhouse in the like palace that they move into. Is it called a palace? The house that they move into. In the book, Lady Jessica finds this like hidden greenhouse planetarium thing, and in there's the hidden message that says that Paul's in danger and that there is a traitor among them. Doesn't exist, none of it. Like, there's no planetarium is the wrong word. That's what you look at the stars in. Conservatory, that's a better word. There's no conservatory, there's no secret message, nothing, which again, not a massive loss, but something that I noticed. And then the massive thing, which obviously I kind of knew was going to happen, is the book I find quite heavily relies on thoughts to get across characters' like emotions and intentions and like to drive the story, but obviously that doesn't happen in the film. It meant that things were in like a different order. For example, the Doctor's betrayal you don't know about until he has betrayed them. Okay, the next thing is things I liked in the film. This is going to be a bit media nerdy. Guys, it's 1 AM. This is going to be a bit media nerdy, so I apologise if that annoys you. The emphasis on the water in the first, like the first 10 minutes of the film, when they're still on the original planet, like the focus of Paul with his hand in the water, walking next to the sea, the focus on the rain, there was always something to do with water, and that obviously there's like no water on Arrakis, so I thought that was really clever. I loved little details, like in the book Jessica asks mates to hang up the picture of the Duke's dad, so Paul's granddad, and the head of the bull with the blood on its horns that killed him opposite each other in the dining room. That specific thing doesn't happen, but you do see both the bull head and the portrait in the houses, and I think that was really clever. And we'll go straight into this one from that one, is that when Duke Leto dies in the film, before he dies he's looking up at the bull's head, and when his dad would have died he'd have been looking at the bull's head, so that was quite symbolic, I thought. See what I mean about media nerdy? Okay, I like that we get to see more of the attack on the house on Arrakis. Obviously in the book it's all like character perspective, so you don't get like an overview, whereas in the film you got to see like the action scene, and I liked that. I think if anything that's what the book was missing. Okay, and the last thing I have on my likes list is it Keynes or Kynes? Anyway, when they died and they were stabbed, the way the water spouted out instead of blood put a massive tick through my like media brain. I just loved it. It was like the usual spray of blood you'd get when someone died. It was water instead, because obviously she had a water pack on her, and I just thought it was so clever. Guys, I've been talking for 9 minutes. I'm almost there, I promise. Okay, and then these are just some details that I noticed that didn't really fit into my 2 categories. Okay, they changed Duke Leto's death, not majorly. Actually, they didn't change his death, they changed the like result of it. The same thing happened with the tooth and the poisonous gas, but in the book he does it as a last ditch effort while the Baron is leaving, and then it doesn't reach the Baron, whereas in the film it happens when the Baron is like here. And then this was another part I have down, but this whole healing process where he's in this like pool of like black goop, did not understand. I had to Google whether that happened in the book, so I was like, am I just oblivious and stupid, or does this not happen? And it doesn't happen in the book, so I was right there. Next one is obviously, again, lots of chapters, 2.5 hour film, you can't fit everything in. So Peter's role was smaller, I thought. The assassin for the Baron, like you see him, I don't remember them naming him, they might have, I had to Google, but his role is so much smaller, but he does die in the same way that he does in the book, which was fair enough. And the second one is the nephew of the Baron. I don't know if he's there. If he is, I've not like picked up on it. The next 2 have to do with Chani. I hate names because I always feel like I'm saying the wrong. Zendaya's character. The first thing is there was definitely more visions of her in the book. I think he has them. He mentions them at the beginning and then maybe like one more time. Whereas it felt like he was having visions of Zendaya every 5 seconds. I understand through Zendaya is a big name, they want to get her in film 1. Obviously she has a bigger role in film 2, but they wanted to get her in this one as well. But yeah, I thought it was a bit overkill at times personally. And then the second one is the just before Paul goes into the fight with Janice, she doesn't advise him on anything in the book. She's like, you know, he does this after this and he can use both hands and all this, which helps Paul win. Whereas in the film she gives him the knife and basically tells him he's gonna die. And then again with the fight scene, it was different. I think I preferred how they did it in the book, that they go back to their, I can't remember what it's called, settlement, and then it happens there, because just the way I pictured it in my head was better, I thought, than what happened on screen. And again, it may be because you get Jessica's thoughts during it. You know how Paul's been like learnt with a shield, so his movements are different, and when he gets accused of kind of jesting and torturing the guy instead of actually killing him, you know it's because he's not used to killing in this style, whereas in the film it's because he's never killed a man before. Both work, both were good. I thought the fight scene was fair enough, like it had all the important details, but I did prefer the way it happened in the book, but maybe that's just a personal bias. Okay, that was all my key notes. I apologise for that, but I had to get my thoughts out to you and having an honest reading vlog and book review, so this had to come into it. Even if you're not planning on reading the book, I really recommend it. I apologise to my future self who is editing this and has just had to listen to me ramble for 14 minutes. And I apologise to you guys watching this, because this video is now going to be like half an hour long, but I feel like that's fair enough for a reading vlog. My Kindle copy of the book is of all 3 books, so I can't use that to like determine where I am, because it thinks I'm only like 30% of the way in, but that's all 3 books, so this is my physical copy to show you. Okay, there's my bookmark. So this is what I've read, this is what I haven't read. Actually, I'm well over halfway, so this is all we have left. That's it. Anyway, not the point. I'm going to bed. I will see you tomorrow with another update. Okay, hi. Another day, another update of Dune. And oh my god, we're getting into it. I think I'm like maybe 7 chapters away from the end, which is insane. What has happened? Let me update you. I got into book 3. I'll insert a clip of that over this, but yeah, I started like book 3 of the book, so sorry about that. And there was a time jump. Did not realise this. I do feel they should have put something that said like time skip, because it took me a minute to realise. Thankfully Paul's like visions kind of explain the context, but I did have to Google and be like, is there a time jump or am I just going crazy? But there was a time jump. Gurney's back. I'm so happy about that. I missed the guy. I low-key thought he was dead in my brain, so I'm very happy that he is back. Paul has another sister now. I don't know if I ever talked about this in the beginning, but at the beginning of the book he talks about he did have a sister, but she died. And now he's another one. Her name's Ayla, I think. Because Jessica has become a mother reverend, another point, we'll go back to that in a second, she has the intelligence of like an adult in a 4-year-old's body, which is kind of crazy. Paul has a child, a son, they're called Leto, which was very cute, with Chani, I don't know how you say it, and I feel really bad, Zendaya's character. The book I just read, Paul is basically reclaiming his title as the Duke of Arrakis, saying that he's not going to overpower the Fremen leaders, and Gurney still suspects Jessica as being a traitor. So we're back to the whole Fremen understanding Jessica being a traitor point. Maybe we'll get some more context here. Honestly, I'm not sure whether I'm going to read the next book, because obviously there's 2 more books in this, and then I googled it, there's like hundreds. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. Yeah, I just don't know at the moment. I might read them later on, but I'm not sure. I'm still a bit in the works about that. I am going to go on a walk in a bit, so I think I might listen to the audiobook. I wasn't planning on it, but I'm kind of like, I want to keep reading, so maybe I'll listen to the audiobook on my walk. Anyway, just wanted to give you a little update. I'm sure there'll be another one later tonight when I read some more. Guys, Paul is unconscious and has been for 3 weeks. And I'm a bit confused when this happened. Anyway, I'm still on my walk. I'm like 3 chapters from the end. Crazy. Okay, he's awake. He had the water of life and he managed to convert it over to basically Jessica just said that he's like definitely the cause of her work. That as hopefully you just saw and heard, I don't know if you could hear anything, it was very windy. I was on my walk, I was listening to the Audible audiobook of Dune, and I got about another chapter and a half through it, and oh my god, some crazy things happened, so I need to recap. I said most of them in the clips, but I don't know if you heard, so I'm just going to reiterate them. Paul just dropped into a coma. He didn't just drop, but that's all the information we got. And Jessica called for Chani to come and like see if she knew how to help him. Anyway, when they wake Paul up, it turns out he drank the water of life and like turned it to normal water. I don't know what that like did, but I know like the promise. Anyway, he survived it, which Jessica then says confirms that he's the insert word here because he can't say it. Right, we're back in my favourite reading spot. I fear shit's gonna go down, so we're gonna film. The Baron is dead. Is it Alia? Alia just killed him with the cold tower. What's going on? I think I'm on the last chapter. It says it's 35 minutes. I don't know how they can end this all in a chapter. So, oh, shit, man. This is crazy. Oh, it's done. Wait, I'm so confused. I fear Paul has changed and I'm not loving it. I still don't understand how this is the last chapter, and the fact that we just skipped so much. I'm hoping that'll be explained. Hopefully. Right, I'm gonna finish this and then get back to you. Hello. Guys, I've still not finished the book. I know. So we're gonna finish it now together. Because I have a matter of pages left. Like I'm on the last chapter. I have pages left and I've still not finished it. It says I have 13 minutes left in this chapter, so we're gonna read it together. That's quite cute, Jessica and James. What the fuck? Sorry, it's really orange, I apologise. What the hell? That's it, that's the end. Gosh. Okay, immediate thoughts. 4.5 stars. It's not my fault for 5 stars, just because there was times I was a bit like I wanted more or I wanted less, or like, do you know what I mean? So I'd say it's somewhere between 4 and 4.5. I'm leaning more towards 4.5 because when I was invested, but I don't know. Like I said earlier in this video, I'm not sure if I'm going to read the next one. Yeah, I need to think on it for a bit and I might come back to it at a later date, but for now I don't think I'm going to be reading Dune Messiah, which is the second one, but I will be watching it when it comes out. I will also be watching Dune Part 2, but I will spare you having to watch me watch that and then give you many thoughts again. Okay, I'm going to think on this for the next however long and I'll come back to you when I've fully thought about everything and processed whatever that was. Okay, please excuse the state of me, but it's been maybe 48 hours since I finished Dune. I actually don't remember, when did I finish it? It's been at least a couple days. So I'm finally going to tell you my thoughts and finish this reading vlog because it feels like I've been doing it for years. Okay, I stand by what I said once I like immediately finished it. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars because, again, like I explained, I did really enjoy it. When I enjoyed it, I loved it. But there was moments where I wanted more or I wanted less. so I can't justify giving it 5 stars, but very much 4.5. It is still an excellent book, one of the best I've read this year, and I really think everyone should go and read it if you haven't already. I also haven't watched the second film yet, maybe I'll watch that tonight. But the first film I also think people should go and watch. I think it's a bit of fun, and I believe the second film is going to be kind of the main action, so I'm excited. Overall thoughts, I don't want to go too much into detail and like bore people, but things I like, things I didn't like, I guess. I did like the characters. In my opinion, I really actually liked having their thoughts like on the paper, on the page, so you could like know what they're thinking. I just think you get to know the characters so much better than just kind of like talking to them or whatever, so I really liked that. I did like how it kind of changed who it focused on. At times I wish it had been, at times it annoyed me because I didn't know what was going on, but I did like it at the end of the day. I think the story is a good story. Does it feel unfinished? Yes. There is also lots more books, so that's probably why it feels unfinished, because it is unfinished. I know it gets lots of like picks up like, oh, it's better than Star Wars, it's better than this. I've never seen Star Wars, so I can't like comment on that. I don't know enough like sci-fi to be like, oh, it's the best in the world. I don't read enough sci-fi to be able to tell you that, but I did really enjoy it at the end of the day, and I do think you should go and read it. And yeah, I'm glad I read it, let's put it that way. This video has gone on for ages, I've been filming it for ages, and I think we're ready to be done with it now. Thank you so much for watching. Honestly, if you got this far, you are insane, because I think I may be insane. I appreciate you so much. If you like reading vlogs, let me know and I'll make some more. Also, please feel free to comment your opinions on the book, on the film, whether I got like everything wrong. Please like correct me, tell me what you thought. I want to have like chats in the comments about this book because I need to talk to someone about it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you in my next video.